Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. I have a really great video to share with you today, so let's jump right into it. DIY number 1. I found these cute little pictures on Etsy for $14.95 each. And I loved them, so I'm putting my own spin on them. I have these decor pieces from Dollar Tree and this beautiful rice paper from My Victorian Heart. I will have her website linked down below. And then I have this Heirloom Traditions, I think it's called, Irish Garden, and my Waverly plaster. And I painted where the words are with that Irish garden and around the frame part with the plaster. Now I'm just taking the rice paper and I'm ripping out 3 of the images that I want to use for this particular project. When I rip off this rice paper, I try to get, like here I'm just kind of rough ripping it, but then I try to get as close to the actual image as possible, and then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use my Mod Podge to get them all glued down to these decor pieces. And then once that's done, I am going to go, and then once it's dry, I'm going to go back over and just cover them with the Mod Podge. Now you don't have to do that with rice paper, but because this Mod Podge leaves a little bit of a sheen, even though it's matte, I wanted to cover everything so that you couldn't see where it ended. Okay, so now I have this wall hanging that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to measure it to find the center, and then I'm also going to take one of the blocks and find the center on that as well. Now, if you notice, I've taken the block with the female bunny. Okay, I wanted the little cottage to be in the center, but I messed up. So here I am using some wood glue and some hot glue to adhere the blocks to this sign from the Dollar Tree. So here I go, my first mistake. Yes, I said my first because there's more. I mean, there's always mistakes. I'm always making mistakes, but I just like to leave them in sometimes so that you can actually learn from my mistakes. So once I get it on there, I say, "Oh, Tammy, look what you've done. You put the wrong one on." So now I am trying to pry it back off. Now, mind you, I use Gorilla Glue for the hot glue, so I ended up tearing a bit of the frame, as you can see at the bottom, off, but no big deal because it gets covered up with the cottage. Now, here's my second mistake. Do you see it? You will shortly. So I'm going to hot glue all 3 and use wood glue, all 3 of these pictures onto the wall hanging. And now I'm noticing, oh crap, Tammy, you didn't put the center one in the center. Oh, Lord have mercy. So now I'm taking my heat gun to heat up the hot glue because it was pretty well on there. And I was able to get it off and then get it centered. Oh, my word. And now that it's centered, I can start embellishing. So I have this boxwood. I don't remember where I got it. I think Michael's, but I honestly am not positive. So I just broke a few pieces off and I'm going to hot glue them to the ends of the picture as well as in between the center one and the other two. Like this. And then I will I'm tacking, I am tacking down the boxwood. And then I'm going to just hang a couple pieces on the top part of just the outside, not the inside. I have something else planned for that. So yeah, I hot glue it to the top and then bend it down, and I'm going to hot glue it down there. And again, I do that on both ends. Then I'm going to take these tulips that I got from Michael's. They were like $1.99 for the bushel, which I thought was a really great idea. Or a great price. Oh my word. I think I need to go back to bed, guys. So anyway, I hot glued them into place because what says spring more than tulips? I don't know. I can't think of many. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up popping up the boxwood. So I'm just tacking that back down. And that's pretty much all there is. Oh no, I'm lying again. So, you know those little like styrofoam ball things from the Dollar Tree? Well, I'm going to take a few of those and I hot glued one in each corner of up at the top. And then I am going to hot glue two on the bottom in between the pictures, as you'll see right about here. There you go. And I'm doing that right there as well. And now that's it. Now I'm not sure about these little bally things, if I should put them on or not, but I did. And here it is. I think it's so adorable. It's so sweet. Yeah, I just love this piece. Let me know what you guys think. So this video is part of the high-end dupes on a budget, and this is the wall art edition. It was put together by Sarah from Can Sarah DIY It. I just love that girl. And there are a few of us creators that she got together for this. I'm so excited to be a part of it. I will have all of their channels as well as the playlist linked in my description box down below. DIY number 2. So I found this super adorable Easter wall hanging on overstock.com and it was $50. So no thank you. I can make it for that or something similar anyway. So I'm showing you the eggs and the bunnies. Disregard those bunnies because I don't end up using them. And then I have a bunch of the laser cutouts from the past couple of years. And so I'm just going through and picking out the pieces that I will be using for this project. Then I take a few different colors of my Arteza gel pens and I am going to color in the carrots and the bunnies and the eggs. And I just use whatever colors I used for the bunnies and the carrots. Those are the colors that I used for the eggs. So now, 3 hours later, if you watch SpongeBob, you'll understand that. It took me forever to weed this, but I cut this out. I just used a bunch of different fonts, and I used my Cricut to cut it out. So I'm taking some of that paper transfer tape stuff from Expressions Vinyl. I love it. It doesn't peel off your paint, which doesn't really matter in this case because I didn't paint this piece of wood. The wood blank that I'm using, I got from Michael's, and it's, of course, taking me forever to get the vinyl off of the backing sheet. And that's just because this tape isn't like super, super sticky. And I also didn't use one of those scrapers to kind of burnish it onto the tape. But anyways, I don't know why I'm showing you that I'm on the struggle bus with this, but anyway, I was on the struggle bus, and yeah, there we go. Now I'm sort of off the struggle bus because I pulled up one of the little L's, but that's okay. I take care of it later. And you wouldn't even know if I didn't tell you and show you. So now I'm just going to line it up best I can, try to center it, and then I will just rub that on and pull up the transfer tape. Just like so. And again, 3 hours later. Okay, maybe this one was only 2, but anyhow, we're going to get there, I promise. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this is all in here. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that, guys. So now I'm just going to put my little L back on, and see, you would never know. Now I'm going to take those laser cutouts that I colored, and I am just going to place them all over this little sign. Oh my goodness, it's so stinking adorable. I don't know what else to say. Now, I guess, see, I used all black for my vinyl just because, quite honestly, I was being lazy, but I think it came out good anyway. It probably would have looked cuter if I had used, the different color vinyls, but I mean, that's just all. If you guys use your Cricut at all, that's a bit of an undertaking, but anyway, I don't know. I think overall, I am very happy with this piece. And there we go. That's all of it. How stinking adorable is this piece? Now, I'm thinking of maybe going around the edges with some of the different colors that I used, but I don't know. I don't want to ruin anything. So let me know what you guys think about that. I wanted to let you know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee page. If you would like to support my channel, all of the links will be down in my description box. But either way, stop on by and say hi. I would love to hear from you. DIY number 3. I found this wall hanging on Kirkland's website. It was $20, but I wanted to make it my own. So I'm taking some tissue paper, just regular plain old tissue paper, and a piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to cut the tissue paper just a bit bigger than the cardstock. And then I am going to tape it down to the cardstock. Now you want to make sure when you tape it down that you tape all of the ends, because you don't want anything to get jammed in your printer when you put this in your printer. So once I have it all taped down, I'm going to put it in my printer, and I found this adorable image on Creative Fabrica. They have so much stuff on there. I will have that linked down below. Go check them out. They're amazing. So I kept it on the cardstock and I cut it in half. Now I'm taking these 2 blocks. I got a bunch of blocks from Home Depot for free. They were going to throw them away. So I painted them with the plaster Waverly chalk paint, as you saw earlier. And now I'm just taking the tissue paper and I am ripping it as close to the image as possible. Now, going back to this wood stuff, if you go where they, will cut pieces for you, they always have all kinds of scraps. Now, you have to ask, but you can get a bunch of free wood from that area. And then they also have like a clearance area in the back of the store too. But anyway, so now I am taking my Mod Podge and I am going to Mod Podge this image down. I do end up using the sponge method that my dear girl Brandy from the DIY Struggle does, and that's where I learned how to use it. So it basically like sucks I guess it kind of sucks the Mod Podge up because the tissue paper is so thin, but you get minimal, if any, wrinkles doing it this way. So I just love it. So thank you again for the 1,000th time, Brandy. I use it all the time. So I'm going to do that on both pieces of wood with both images. Then I am taking some of my antique wax and I am going around just the edging of both blocks. So it almost creates a little bit of like a frame, if you will. Yeah. So again, I do that with both blocks. Now I have this twine that I had from the Dollar Tree. It's that like natural and like beige colored. And so I'm going to wrap it just around the corner. I know people usually do it like horizontally or vertically, but I'm a rebel. No, not really. I just wanted to do something a little different. So I tacked it in the back and I'm just going to just tack it in certain places so that I can wrap it just around the corner. And I do this to both pieces as well. And I am going to leave this part in just so that you can see how I did this. It's not rocket science. I'm not claiming to be this, trendsetter or anything, but I wanted to do something different and I want to show you guys in case you guys are interested in doing it. So there you go. So I tacked it in the front. I'm tacking it on the side here. I'm going to tack it on the edge. Kind of going straight across and then back to the back of the block. Oh, I guess I tack that. I guess I tack that edge as well, but here you go. So once you get the first wrap, it's much easier, and I just go around 3 times total. Yeah, see, it's much easier. I just tack it in a couple little places so that it doesn't go anywhere. And again, I do it 3 times. And I guess I'm going to show you all the way. Okay, so I didn't tack the second one, but apparently I'm tacking the third one. I guess it's okay though, right? Because it sandwiches it together. So it definitely isn't going to go anywhere. I don't know. I guess that was my thought process while I was doing it. I don't know. But again, I'm going to cut it here and do the same thing on the other block. And then once I have them done, I am just burning off the fuzzies. Now, I had to touch up a couple spots because I kind of burnt it, but whatever. So these are flowers from Hobby Lobby, and I'm trying to decide which one I like best. I end up going with the dark, well, first I tried this bow. It's that burlap bow with the little rose in the center, my favorite. I was going to go with those, but then I decided to just take the same twine and make just a little shoestring bow. I thought that looked best. But let me know what you guys think. Should I have kept the brown one right there on the left, or do you like the little bow better? So I ended up putting one of those sawtooth hangers in the back in case I wanted to hang them up on the wall, but you can also use them as shelf sitters. But I think this is so adorable. I love this piece, or these pieces. Let me know what you guys think. DIY number 4. I found this wreath on the Kirkland's website. It was $89.99. Now, I'm sure it's much bigger than the one I made, but no thank you. So I have one of those mini wreaths from the Dollar Tree and this boxwood like garland. And I did get that from Hobby Lobby. And I have this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take the ribbon and wrap it all the way around this wreath, and then I will hot glue it in the back. Then I'm going to take these pieces of the boxwood and I'm just cutting them apart, and I'm going to slide them in between the pieces of ribbon. And because I don't want the greenery sticking out, I am just tacking down all of the pieces right to the ribbon. And then I'm going to continue this all the way around. I'm just going to stick the boxwood in between the pieces of ribbon and then tack them down. And then once I have that done, I have this garland from the Dollar Tree with the carrots. So I'm just going to cut off all of the carrots. I wanted those I guess they're styrofoam carrots, the smaller ones, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So here we are. So I trimmed down the greenery because, man, oh man, it was wild. So anyway, I'm just taking the carrots and I am going to hot glue them all the way around this wreath. And then once they're all glued down, I just took a piece of the jute from the garland and I'm going to hot glue it to the back of the wreath so that I can hang it up. And that's it for this one. I think it's super adorable. Hindsight being 2020, I wish I had used a bigger wreath form, but I still think it came out super sweet. Let me know what you think. I want to thank Sarah for inviting me to be a part of this collaboration. I'm so excited to be working with all of these ladies. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you next time.